is Backstage at the KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas 2016, which is the last time we talked to Andrew McMahon.
That's right.
Was a year ago this weekend,
Yes.
right? Yes. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
You look so sharp.
Thank you. I dressed up for you
I
especially.
mean, you look like you're getting ready to walk a runway, not play a rock and roll show.
Well,
The hair, the cardigan.
we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go into modeling after this. I don't think anybody would really appreciate that, though. Something tells me.
Do you want to borrow his fruitcake shirt
I
for
do.
when you go on stage?
That's exactly what
Hot,
I want.
right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
So 2016, a busy year for you.
Yes.
A million shows, and found time to make a new record.
Yeah. Sort of as soon as I turned in the last record, I said, I didn't want to do what I've done in the past, which is tour, then come home and have to retrain my brain to get back in that writing mode. So I basically on every break I would write, and I continued to do that until finally sort of the years sort of mellowed out a little bit, and I started making my way out to New York, probably about last year around this time, and then I've been in between tour dates been back in the city working on the record.
I mentioned to you off the air right as you sat down, Andrew, that there's a lot of New York references in your songs, including Fire Escape, the song that we're playing now on KROQ. There's a reference. That's unusual to name check a city so often. What's up?
Well, I sort of have always done that as it relates to California. I'm definitely a West Coast kid. I was born on the East Coast, but I've been here for 20 years, and so that's been so much of the heart and soul of, I think, all the records I've made, especially in the Jack's Mannequin and Wilderness years. And so I felt like, well, I'm going to try and find a new home and a new backdrop for these songs, and Fire Escape was this super inspired writing session where I found myself on trains writing notes on notepads and just feeling this sense of sort of frantic inspiration, and so I found myself working in the city primarily to do this.
Does it help you in the songwriting process to be in a different location?
It does, yeah. I tend to find that if I can find a city or a home base or a place that really pulls something out of me, that the songs are better, and I like when things are vivid and feel like you're seeing something, and so it helps when I have a sort of a backdrop or location that inspires me.
We're talking to Andrew McMahon. He's playing night number 2 of the sold-out KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas 2016 tonight. The new record is coming out in February, right?
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
on Broadway. And the first song that I heard from that, is it called Brooklyn,
You're Killing Me.
You're killing me.
Yeah.
It's dangerously close to white guy rap.
I like to think of it as spoken word. I couldn't rap if you paid me. Yeah. But that's how I perceive it. But I'm nervous now that you've said that.
Well, look, it works for Beck. It works for a lot of guys. A lot of guys can pull it off,
We're gonna find out. I think we're opening with it tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
A lot more can't.
Yeah, well, that's true. Also,
It's true. Well, danger's good. I like to. If you can challenge people a little bit or make them think you're making a mistake, maybe you're on the right track.
That song, though, I just love it so much, and it has such momentum and such energy, and it just comes out so strong, and you hold your breath because you're telling a story.
Thank you.
It's really good songwriting.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I planned on staying in New York until the record was finished, and admittedly, it kicked my ass. I love the city, but the late bar schedule and my propensity to stay out and be afraid of missing out on things, I came home, and that was the song that I wrote.
I would be dead in 1 week.
In
1 week.
I made it I did it in stretches, a week or two at a time, so I would always come home just barely all right, but the 1 month I committed, I only stayed for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Kevin and I always talk about this because whenever we go to New York, and especially when he goes, it's a 24-hour city, and you can go out and do anything at 3 in the morning. When you come back to Los Angeles, you have the same reaction Kevin does, which is, man, this place really shuts down by 10 p.m.
No,
Los Angeles is kind of boring in comparison to late night New York.
You can't get any place to deliver food after 1 a.m.
When I get home here, I'm like, I want to be in bed by 8. You know what I mean? The rest of my life is so late night, and it's so go that I get home and I'm like, I just want to cash it in and watch. I'm an old man at home, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's because you spend all that time at the tunnel in New York just dancing until 5 a.m.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Look, there's still a part of me that.
Well, we're so happy to have you back this year, and you're so happy to be going on early because you can make it home by 8:30 or 9 o'clock tonight if you work it right.
No, truthfully, I'm so happy to be on early and get to see so many amazing
what a
acts.
Night tonight, right?
I grew up on, look, I love Bastille because they're one of my favorite new bands, but to be on a stage with Green Day and Beck, I mean, and Weezer. You know, I get to spend the summer touring with Weezer.
yeah.
I mean, these are the guys who, like, their records were the records I was listening to when I started writing music and playing in bands. And so to be on a stage for KROQ at an acoustic Christmas, like, it's amazing.
Can you be laid back when you're hanging out with them? Or
No,
is always
no.
a little bit of...
Totally, like I even now, like I spent the summer with the Weezer guys, and like our kids are like backstage playing, and I still see them. I'm like, hey guys, like, you know, what's up? Like, it's definitely still always awkward, you know.
Don't miss, if you're listening on your way down, don't miss Andrew McMahon in his wilderness in about an hour on stage for night number 2 of the KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas 2016. We love you, man. Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping by.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Be well.
Thank you.